I'm Alan Weiss, and this is The Writing on the Wall. Welcome back to The Writing on the Wall. This episode is about generosity. I have found that the best leaders I know and the people I like the most are generous. I don't think it's an accident. Generosity means giving or sharing and being liberal in so doing. It's not primarily about money. It's about credit, recognition, time, willingness to listen, coaching, supporting, and so forth. I found people who, if you're not going to pay them, they don't want to talk to you. If they don't think you're at their level, they don't want to have a discussion. If generosity is authentic, then it's consistent, it's not situational. It's not to show off. I've always thought that the award winners, the Oscar winners and the Grammy winners and the Emmy winners and the Tony winners, who get on stage and thank 20 people for their success, the stagehands and the writers and all of this, are many times those whom the people being thanked thought of as horrible, selfish people with whom to work. And therefore, I don't think the generosity is authentic. I think they're just pretending to be thankful. Generosity is often about hard work and sacrifice, not merely giving. Writing a check is easy. Serving at a soup kitchen is harder. Chairing a nonprofit board, believe me, that's harder still. Caitlin Clark led basketball statistics and scoring. One of my favorite athletes ever. But she also led very highly in assists. Everybody on the team did better when Caitlin Clark was on the floor with them. Mentioning somebody laudably in public and on social media is generous, as is not mentioning negatives, unless for some reason it's terribly critical, like someone's cheating other people. Refraining from complaining, especially over minor issues, is generous. We often call it giving the benefit of the doubt, right? And so, developing people is dangerous. Maya Angelou has noted that you train animals, but you educate people. We shouldn't assume people are somehow damaged and require remedial work, that it's their fault. I can't tell you how many people tell me they didn't get something because I didn't send it. Well, it didn't bounce back. In some cases, they've given me the wrong email. In some cases, they've just lost it. We shouldn't project our personal shortcomings to others as if this must be universal to salve our egos. This is called projection. And it goes like this. You're going skiing for the first time? Don't go on the Blue Hills because, I couldn't. I nearly killed myself. Well, just because you couldn't doesn't mean I can't. Being vulnerable and being honest is generous. To admit our mistakes and fears is really a generous act. And we should encourage others to feel safe doing so. We should also overlook minor flaws that may discomfort us, but are trivial in the larger scheme of things. I shall give you social proof. I had a coaching client who told me he was annoyed that one of his clients chewed on ice while they spoke. So his client would have a glass with ice in it, and he'd take the ice and he'd chew it. And my client said it was terribly, terribly irksome. It was irritating. How should he handle it? I said, forget about it. What difference does that make? Not like he's getting up and leaving the room, right? Or he's sneezing in your face. But my client ignored me. And he said to the client, his client, I wish you wouldn't chew the ice. It's really bothersome. And his clients told him to get lost. So a little generosity there probably would have helped his bank account. So refraining from holding a grudge, refraining from harboring resentment is generous, as is never taking things personally. What did the mafia say? Yeah, it's just business. The real point is not to feel resentful at a buyer who didn't buy. The fact is, the empirical fact is, I did not make a sale at this time, in this place, with this person. Doesn't make you a lousy marketer, doesn't make that person evil. That's just what happened. And remember Joseph Epstein's famous quotation, as far as I'm concerned. Generosity is not a matter of how much you give. It's a matter of how much you have left after you give. All of us can be generous. Try it.